It has begun. I do not see the moon tonight. And it's drizzling. But it's not drizzling at all. It's a heavy mist. The distance, somebody has to do this for me because I only know what I can see. And if you want to know if it's true or not, you have to figure it out by yourself, some of them, because I'm not a scientist. What I do in science is the psi of relief, of being able to see two sides, two sides to the matière, meaning the lands of the earth. You see, the moon tonight is like gone, but if you look into the sky, at least where I'm from, the sky looks like almost a day sky. There's a light inside the sky giving it a Baltic color of navy blue, and not the Mediterranean navy blue. But if the mist comes off more and more, that will light up like the Mediterranean as long as the mist goes away. Do you know the two colors? Just go to the Monopoly board and look there. Now, what am I actually meaning? This is Christmas time, and something's going to fall. And before I go on, I'm going to show you what I'm working with here. Not on there. Not on there. This is another one right here. Hey, buddy. And this is the other one back there. So I'm working on him. Let me see if I can shut the light here. Now we don't see anybody. Do we see anybody? Hey, guys. You're on TV. So, and here's the other one sitting on my work. So he's just getting through there. You see, there's my dinner that I'm going to be showing you in a minute, and what I'm eating and how come I'm eating everything the way I am. Okay, here's another one. He won't let me go. They crawl up my leg. Last night I didn't wear pants. Was I wearing underwear? Is that your next question? But I was wearing socks. Socks because the soles of my feet. When you go up, when you walk on the bare lands, you feel inside your feet the element of the earth. When you walk on the beach, you see, the beach sand is real. The beach is imaginary. You pretend every time you get on the beach you can lay out your towel and suck in the sun for absolutely nothing. But there's an illusion out there. Now, like I said about the moon, why I said that is you got to see when the sun is in the air what position it'll be according to the moon from the night before. You understand what I mean? As the day goes through, it has to make a line, right? Because it goes from east to west. Now the moon is always staying there because it's following us. Well, if you take a look at the moon, you got to look at the degrees, okay, between Quebec, somewhere near Baffin Islands, let's say, or Quebec City, if you want to choose a point. You got to go to the North Pole. You got to go around the world with this, okay, because you will see mistakes. Because how do you learn without mistakes, right? So this whole beta system is always making mistakes, but they make up for it. It's easy for them because nobody actually knows. When you go to a beach and you go to the sand, you say, cool. Try and take a tractor over to the beach and go out about a kilometer or so and remove all that water. You're not allowed to put a bridge anywhere, you know. And when they put a bridge, they have stimulations, and they don't really explain to you why. So I start off with my supper with a betrave, they call it. A brave seed, man's blood, betrave. In English, I think they call it radish. Red dish. What God dishes out is the red energy. Radish. Now these, okay, are cherry tomatoes. But on the box it didn't say cherry tomatoes. It said grapevine tomatoes. All a way of processing everything into a more direct element where a computer can read it. Because a computer is taught by man, and then it can do everything quick. But it knows no more than that. It only knows what man couldn't put inside of it and what its combinations of thought are, resulting in pi. This, my Uncle Solly, who passed away, I know he's watching me right now somewhere from space. This is what they call dill. They put the dill on the pickle. And they make cornichons, what they call it, cornerstones, pickles that stand up, all cornerstones. What do you think those columns are they have at City Hall and down at the presidential suites there? They're all our dicks. They stood them right up. They put a cap on top just like a condom. They held up the roof. And you went inside, you took your big mouth and you shoved it in. You made some babies. You filled up what's under the roof. Columns, the letter I, the letter H. There's more than one meaning to everything. I want to get the juice from the ground. Every time I buy something, unless it's carrot juice, pretty funny, eh? It goes on the snowman, 2 coal eyes and a carrot. Unless it's carrot juice, every other juice seems to have water in it. Add this, add this, add this. Who wants anything added? I didn't ask for anything added. And like I said in one of my last videos, in Cuba, you cannot, I mean, the water's horrible. In Mexico, the water's horrible. Because everybody, everywhere else, it's doctored up. It's fixed up. And I'm going to tell you that I'm 100% right. I am right for one reason. Because my left arm is to the other side. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. It says left to the right and in the center. It's not right, wrong. They try to confuse us. Move too much to one side, you debalance because my whole body is focusing on the right. Now, what was I talking about? Yes, the water. I go to this place my grandfather built many, 60 years, 70 years ago. And he had told me before he passed away, apparently, maybe it was not him, but it doesn't matter. It all extended from him. That this water happens to be the largest basin of water in mostly all of Quebec and probably for sure most of North America. This basin is very large. I never got the diameters of it, except the whole thing is, it's only 8 to 12 feet high. That's it. And it's been running, and it's cool. And you see some of the elements that come on, the metals, if you hold it under the light or into a dark glass, you'll see it turn a little gray. Because our cups and our glasses and everything else distort the actual true color. So when you put a cup of tea in a glass, and you put a cup of tea in a serving dish, yes, this is what I get served. This is all my tea. This is my tea, this is my water, this is my gold. I'll finish with the water. That water, when I drink it and I go home, it's almost like I had vitamins given to me. It's the coolest, freshest water. It has a little bit of stink, but somebody put a charcoal, okay, to get away the smell, which is the, what do you call that again? Anyways, it doesn't matter, the smell. With the smell, without the smell is inside the elements, and the elements still get to pass through the charcoal, but they eliminate one element that gives it that smell. But the smell is still in there, but we don't need as much of that taste. So I drink that anyway. So anyways, this, everybody knows they call it a piment vert, but this one ain't vert at all. This one seems to be peachy. So I'll have a piece of this. That juice is good. Is that guy out there again? What is it? Chuckwagon? Chuckwagon, I keep forgetting names. I'm not good with names. But go watch him cook, because every time he cooks, I have to take out one of these. Because it's the only way I can get that juicy flow spurting into my mouth at every decision I take a bite. It's not like an orgasm. You got to work on it till the end, and then at the end you're tired. But after I finish this, I'm going to grab something else. My mouth has more sex than anybody else. And these are little penises going in. Perfect. Now, in between all that, you want to distort the taste when you move on to the next one. So you'll take a little raspberry, something a little bit different, and you'll swish it around. It gives that tarty taste, and it's also in its own juice. I don't care what they spray it with. That don't bother me no more. I used to be afraid what they sprayed it with, because I know somehow we're going to get connected that way. But since if there is a truth to System R, and we are being controlled, right, I want to go right into the system knowing what's going on and penetrate it and go right through to the other end and come out the other end. Just like they did on Neo in the Matrix. If there's another end, if it thinks it's beating me and it knows it's beating me, that's fine. Right now I don't know what it is, but I'm fine. A little fast. But if you don't go fast and you go too slow, you get munched. An ID gets lost. You don't get the right expression. I'm writing a book. Sometimes when you read, you feel the expression through the words. But now you hear my words and my true expression and my true beliefs in what I am consistently pondering and writing my gold letters all the way around with a blue and black pen. You got a blue eye or a black eye? Got knocked in the eye, eh? Here, this is how they knocked him in the eye. First they took the blue, then they took the black, and when you got the red eye, it means because the bull or the bear has come into the market, and someone got knocked out, one of those stock market red eye things. You know what I'm saying? That's why they mix the colors, blue, red. Did we lose today? Instead of saying a word, they'll just say red, red lights, radar. All codes to only those who need to know. Nobody else can actually see. I even see online when I read some pages, if you take a look sideways, tilt your screen a little bit. You always have to distort. They put it to be perfect. We're not looking for anything perfect. We're looking for in between. And in between is not perfect. There's a distance for every letter. There's a touch. There's a move. There's a hand that lifts. Is it in cursive? Is it in highlight writing? Is it large letters, small? Are they capital? Are they not? Is it a CD or PCD? And that's part of the control problem, the deficit. Okay? The PCDB is a deficit because they're paying always for two. The pain we go in, and the underworld has to always balance where you are, they are. Oh, sorry, we have no plane rides here. Sorry, we don't have no plane. It's just an enlarged scheme so that the system can devour us. Now, like I said yesterday in one of my videos, okay, is that this might have all the governments involved. Well, a lot of them, right? A big plan to take as much money from the people, show them New World Order. Why would they put out the sign 30 years ago? Because what I believe on the secondary side is all these government people and the employees are not allowed to know. And that's why the guys who go to war and the surgeons and sergeants and whatever it is, the surgeons of war, they can't know. This is all to reinforce the mind of man. Because God, like I said in all my other videos, God doesn't want a pussycat. He's got a couple of those already. He wants a stand-up bulldog, right? And he wants little tigers. Okay? The women, he wants them to be little tigers. Beautiful, sweet. I don't see no breasts. I just see a nipple. Holy mac. And something hanging at the other end. Got no hair really around it. Eh? Pretty funny, eh? Man has pubic hair and everything around there, and a woman, but on animals it's not really there because they have to hide our stitching. How the spermatozoid stitch everything together. Didn't you see the Matrix, that little animal they took out? That was the spermatozoid that continues. That spermatozoid was connecting to his nerve endings. So right away, whenever the spirit would talk, this can take it and automatically change who you are. Somehow we seem to have one in all of us. But I think we were born with it. Not only through the needle, that's a needle that'll keep it living up to a certain period of time, and then man, it's about 50, 55 years old, and it dissolves, and it's no more. 14, 29 plus 14 is 53 is the exit. 53 and 14 is 67. Is Terre des Hommes, is man in his world in Quebec. The Spirit of God and the Spirit of God come together as one. The time of Christ. So I ate this. Now, corn. Now, why am I going to boil it? There's already water inside of it. And it's really sweet. And you see inside the corn, they call it maize souffle. See the holes? Everyone's an individual hole. Just like a bee's nest. Same thing as the bee's nest. It says maïs, which means corn. May in French also means but, and May is a month. So they mix this all together to tell us something else. The letter count for corn, or if you want to know how to say the corn, it's actually C-O-R-N. Creation of gold in the E world. The letter N is the E world. 14th letter, 1 and 4 is 5. Passage means the E world. The first one is the passage of God. Then the second one, 14, is the passage in the E world. And then there's the 23, which is the creation of birth in this world. Creation, just creation in fact, just let's leave it at that. And 32 is creation. Beta means beta is producing a child in the 30s. She started producing in the 30s. So what did she start at? She started with 32. So let's see, 1932. By the time it became man, it's a 6, makes it 1936 is when the man is born. And 1937, the connection is up. And then 1938, 39, 40, 41 is the passage, which actually starts at 2, because 2 is beta, 1 is odd. It's just an expression in a number. So you have to go to 1942 is the passage. 1943 is Christ. 1945 is the fox. Life begins. So how did these wars go from the beginning? 1914, the Spirit Passage explanation starts. World War I. United Kingdom and Germany. United was the kingdom and the germ of many. So the expression seems to call the United Kingdom good when it's putting down Germany, but Germany has 2 straightforward numbers saying fox, wolf, and every single number of creation, it says. And since it has every single number of creation, where did Einstein come from? And all the best minds all came from Germany. So wouldn't you think that if all these best minds came from Germany, they would be very, very strong and be able to take over the world? Or know the difference and know exactly what it means to live and love, and know that love will conquer anything. So by being all these guys in Germany, knowing all these ways of Jong and whoever else it is, Jong is a song, it's a ding-dong, okay? Don't forget the Germans, that's what they produce an explanation to me. But it can be a complete different story, because how did it all begin? Who was their persuasive? Okay, how did they begin to do their research? So I'm always going to look at both sides. It's for everybody else to decide. When I get to the end of the book, I'll give you my exact prognosis of everything. But right now, I'm still swimming all over the place. And unless I get a school of fish to come along with me, fish upon a wish, not being a fish, they put miscommunication into every man. It's fish upon a wish. I wish, when you play fish, I wish for a card number 6. Ah, the number of man. I wish for a card number 2. Oh, the Second World. Second World War. It can't be Third World War. You know why it can't be a Third World War? Because it'll be a made-up name to start with. And then when it's over, there won't be anybody here anyways. So what would be the name to give it a Third World War? Why don't we just call it the last of the best? Right? Last, best, ST, ST. The Christ ST that you take in, last of the best. This is really good. Pure water. I'm going to buy another juicer. I went and bought a banana. They aren't special. Can you see with the light? They're green. What am I going to do with a green banana? Why are they always bringing in too much bananas? We don't care. Okay? There's no way. Okay? The boat that can't come across. Okay? How can the boat not come across? Where's it coming from? Titanic rode out in 5 days. Took them 1 day to get them. What, they can't bring me more bananas? Because nobody's bringing them to the boat. I've been in transport. I've seen what happens there. Those boats are unloaded so fast. Okay? And reloaded so fast. You don't have the time to turn around. Okay? Even if it's a couple of days, who cares? What's the difference? If the bananas are the best thing to go first, you take them off first. You can't give me no excuse they're in the back. No. Those things that can't waste are in the back of the truck. They can't go based on who wants what first all the time. Sometimes there's special delivery and they put that up front. But if you're going to put anything up front in front of a banana, my friend, then you got another story coming for you. Because this end of this banana ain't going to be worth anything to me. What good is a banana hard like a rock? If I want something hard like a rock, I'll unzip in the bottom there. So these bananas are coming in because they're shipping back other stuff on the boats as fast as they can. They keep them busy, the workers. So busy, these workers. Such dangerous work. And they keep them going. They say, look how much money. Listen, if it took an extra couple of hours, big deal. Put 2 cranes on it. Set it up differently, the ship. You're not doing it right. Maybe the ship should just get break apart. The whole ship should break apart, and it should be 100 trucks, and the trucks just drive off. In 10 minutes, the whole ship's unloaded, right? I mean, what's going on? What's a setup like that for? You set it up like that because that's the way you want it, not because it's been working that way so well. Okay, and that's why there's a lot of guys coming out with these new ideas. The government can't stop everybody. Otherwise, the government would stop everybody with so many little laws that wouldn't even make a difference if we hung around. We wouldn't be able to grow. They can control us so much easier, okay, by just changing a few laws. That's all. They don't have to tackle us. Why would they want to tackle us? To get rid of us all? No, it's all in the mind. God needs it like that. Christ, okay? Christ is two negatives crossed over each other, making a positive. But yet you can't use them at the same time. The Christ of God comes from up north to down south and connects the energy, returning the power, the black power, Antarctica. And the other energy of Christ, it connects 4, 5, and 6 on your telephone. And if you draw this on ruled paper, oh, I just dropped my fruit. Okay, if you draw this on ruled paper, I mean like this, right? What's going to happen is you draw lines on the lines, but when it comes to put a cross across, you cannot put this line and you can't put this line because it's in between. Creating of the tic-tac-toe board, if you understand what I'm saying. The corners are 1379, which means 1379 are corners, 5 is the center, and the in-betweens are 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? Well, of course you would appreciate this guy right here, no? Your pentagram. 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks, 4 sticks. God gave you a head stick, and he gave you a tail stick, and these are your vibrations. This is what we are. We're only sticks. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never harm me. But it was the name, okay? The name of the game that hurt everybody. It's our word. When they say I give my word, it's the word that has destroyed everything that is seen as being destroyed by you or by anybody else. If you think it's destroyed, well, then it's destroyed in your mind. Destroyed? Sigmund Freud. Destroyed. Sigmund Freud. I do the letter count on Sigmund Freud. I did Einstein, and I'm doing the metric system, which is finished, but I seem to be able to come up and... You want to see this? This is the way it goes. There's a cat sleeping right there. Oh, and there's one over here. Oh, and there's one out there. 3 cats. And sometimes. Anyways, so we did that, and the lime, not bad. You can bring those in early. They seem to last a long time compared to everything else. Okay, but the banana, they're definitely doing something wherever the bananas are. They bring in so many bananas, they don't even care to throw them out. Because that's the way it looks. Oh, you know what? I went shopping today. I think they call the place a Metro. Metro. Oh, you had a Metro, right. I went shopping at the Metro. Everything was like 30% on half the stuff I bought higher than anybody else. Oh, but I pay more, I this more, I that more. Listen, I've been hauling vegetables, live pigs, dead pigs, chickens, live, dead, delivering in a vegetable garden. I've been up north fishing in the Arctic, and I see what goes on. Oh, my screen disappeared on me. Am I going to get it back? Oh, I got it back. I'm so excited. I'm lighting up a cigarette. Oh, you want to know why I'm wearing what I'm wearing? It's all based on focus. I feel focused when I'm in between myself, away from the world. I don't want to hear what anybody has to say that I might be doing wrong. If they want to add a note, then that means they're polite enough to write it out and show it to me. If I have the time, I'll take a look, and I usually do find the time to take a look. But hey, you man, what's up? I ain't got no time. Unless I'm outside the realm of the society I live. I come home, I put myself at number 5, I work like number 7, and I'm here for all 9 days a week. Me and my angel. Half-half. You don't share? He gets 4.5 days. I get 4.5 days. And we got 9 days. Oh, what? Well, what about Saturday and Sunday? Well, of course, Saturday and Sunday. Of course. I had them for a little bit different. Saturday and Sunday equals 5. It's 2 days that equal 5 in the number because it's the passage beta 2 and the 5 entry B and E. You're breaking in or you're breaking out? Do you think they made that a big word because everybody's breaking in and entering into this world and exiting? Where are they sending them? I'm assuming Earth, the Mediterranean Earth, the one that's actually in the Middle East, because Israel, is it in the Middle East? Anyways, talking about Middle East, I saw the Audi today, but then my friend passed in front of me from the south, so I thought it was a Saudi. So I'm trying to figure out, are they trying to tell us about Colombian, the coffee, and Saudi Arabian, the horse? Of course, that took us to a track. Now, grapefruit. Now, why do I have to buy a concentrated juice that was mixed with a water that was already changed? And who knows what water should go in this juice to be mixed? Who says? They just put what the average is, but not exactly what should go with it. It's impossible that they do that. And I don't know if this is the same thing. Is this what they used in the movie Holes? Peaches. These are peaches, Heinz peaches. 5-year-old would eat this, and I'm going on that show. Do you know what a 5-year-old would think? And I may as well eat his food to know the difference, or at least hopefully know the difference. Now, when you have this is what they call pet angle. Very funny, eh? Scallops. But in French they call it pet, like a fart. That's what it sounds like in French, fart. Tangle, angle, the angle of the pet. We are the pet, okay? We are the step pet because we have feet and we move, okay? The shin and the sin. There's a spirit angle connect to the top matrix system. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. The reason I eat these, because that's how they connect in the back of our head. It's just like a petang. It may not be exactly the same thing. They may not call it the same thing, but I'm not looking for what they call it. You want to spell something, spell it the way you want, say it the way you want, and I'll hear it the way I want. Now, if I misunderstood how it's heard, what's the difference of how it's spelled? I can't spell anyways. They put I-E-N-D, and I-E-N-D says end, which means the end. If you put the F-R, like means brother, and it says, hey brother, this is the end, my friend. It is the end for the hidden knowledge and secrets of the people around the world to see whether or not are they testing us because the Holy Lord comes upon us. If you can see the moon for the next 5 nights, I suggest you take a look at the moon. I don't know why, something to do with my dreams and a little bit of a calculation. This is the last moon for the year 2011. The next moon that should come up is on the 8th of January, and it fits perfectly because 1 and 8, okay, is the Alpha Omega and Pool, and it's just perfect. 8 into heaven. It's just a fantastic moon, the next moon too. In fact, I think all the moons will be good. Anyways, until you see the moon of this story, I bid you all well. Take it all in as a nightly story from chapter number, let me see. Chapter number, Eye of the Tiger.